Welcome to part 1B, because I still have to make two other videos, but right now, part 1B, so keep a check on the time. Into the West was a good TV series. It put natives in a better perspective of light. If you go through certain comics between Marvel and DC, because Marvel and DC were famous for making movies into comics, so some of them had some native characters that were not so becoming. I think Marvel and DC are running on a smooth tie on who has the most Native American characters. However, they all have names that some are okay, some not so much. Alright, the only native name that really sucks for DC is Apache Chief. However, Marvel has an Apache Kid. So, yeah, they both kind of like, fuck, you couldn't give them a name. You can give them a better code name. And those things are far in between because I do read the shit out of comics when I was younger. But we didn't really have a lot of heroes outside of in the X-Men. You had Forge, who was a Cheyenne, and you had Danielle Moonstar, who was a Cheyenne. You had John and James Proudstar, who were both Apaches. But they all at least had decent code names. Forge's name was his code name, Forge. Danielle Moonstar, she started off as Mirage, and then she became something else. And then she went back to Mirage, and then she became a Valkyrie. And then I think she went back to Mirage after going to whatever the something else is that I can't remember. Both John and James Proudstar, John Proudstar was Thunderbird. James Proudstar was Warpath. Alright, we're not going to go any further in the comics right now. The thing was, when I was growing up and the race war happened in school and before I knew I was native, I spelled the word out in the last video, so you can go check that out. I don't like being called chief. I don't like being called the N word, and I don't like being called the H word. I have been called all of those. I really don't like being called half-breed. But, face the facts there, I am pretty much a half-breed. I'm just multicultural because I have an extra bloodline in there, because my mom was Native American black and white. My dad was Native American and black. So I have Native American and black on both sides, but my mom's side also had white. Because her father's father or her father's grandfather or somebody was white. And my mom could pass for white. Trust me when I tell you that shit. I'm going to go against the grain and do the one thing that I shouldn't do. God damn it, that's the wrong button. That's why I fucking hate technology. Oh, for the love of God. Where the hell is the gallery? There's the gallery. Let's see. Old stuff. There's my Bessie. You definitely don't want to go with old stuff. So I'm never going to find a picture of in the old stuff. Not gonna find a picture of that, but I do have a picture of me and my crush together. A couple of those. Shout out to Zeta Zhang from Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Future husband. I dream big. Let's see. I have a picture. If I can find the damn thing. That's not it. You see, whenever you're looking for something to show people, that's when you can't find it. But if you don't want to show somebody something, it's always where you can find it. Like literally always there. Like literally, no matter what, it'll show up. Why in the hell can't I find it now? It's not in that one. I just went there, I think. Yep, just went there. Sorry, y'all. It's definitely not in that one. Not in that one. Not in that one. Not in that one. Maybe Maybe it's that. Nope, definitely not that. That's a screenshot. It's not that. Now, I almost can guarantee you, if I didn't want to show it, I'd be able to find it. Okay. This isn't the one I want to show. Looks white. Hopefully that was slow enough for y'all to see, but fast enough for y'all to grasp. And yes, I literally have lost her in at least 2 places. Because she blends in with white people very well. So trust me when I tell you. There's no lies in my game here. If I tell you guys something, believe you me. I'm not telling you it for fun. Alright? Telling you it because the shit has happened. Like literally, the shit has happened. I don't know why I can't find the real picture. You can get a better look at it other than that. Which I'm no longer going to keep searching for because this video is taking up too much of my time trying to do dumb shit. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. I didn't want people to see her when I got in trouble in school. Because you know how many times you have to hear someone say, "Hey James, you have a white mom. Your mom's whiter than our mom. My mom's not white. She's mixed." So yeah. She's just white passing. Which if I had her color, I'd do the same thing. But, you know, she has to prove her blackness to some people sometimes. However, this isn't about her. This is about me. Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Yes, I did just use my real name. But from now on, it's Echo Fang Grey Wolf. And I will be addressing you guys with that name. Hope you like it. Now, again, had no positive heroes other than the Rustlers. Wahoo McDaniel and Jay Strongblood. Then found out about Iron Eyes Cody. Some westerns didn't portray natives as a bad, like as in Tonto, the sidekick of the Lone Ranger, but he was still a sidekick. It wasn't until John Blackstar came out where we still question if John Blackstar was native or black, because his name is John Blackstar, and if I can Google him, the hero John Blackstar.
According to Wikipedia, Black Star is an American animated science fantasy television series, produced in 1981 by Lou Scheimer and Norm Prescott for Filmation.
Now, I assumed that John Blackstar was a Native American. However, let's see if they got images of the toys. Okay. I had this toy. This is the closest thing to a Native American I had. He's like the Native American He-Man. And no, his knees did not bend. But when you stroked that thing on his back, his chest lit up. So, we had that. Alright? So, we had John Blackstar in 1981. So, I was roughly between 8 and 11, I guess, because I was born in 73 and I suck at math. And a few years later, down the road, we had a true native hero. Bravestar. Now, it's not known what tribe Bravestar's from, but he does have the powers of Hawk, Wolf, Puma, and Bear. Which there are Native American stories about hawk, wolf, pumas, and bears. Just not all in the same thing. So, you know, when Disney did Brother Bear, I was like, okay, I think I know the legend of that. I'm not going to swear if they got the legend right because I don't know the whole legend. And as always, legends change tribally. Same thing with the Deer Woman. And the Deer Woman is honestly, truly to God, a West Coast Native thing. I want to say she's Navajo or Sioux. And if you're Navajo or Sioux, please correct me. Now, as far as Sasquatch goes, all native tribes from east to west have a Sasquatch story. All right, they're probably not all the same story, and almost every native tribe can say something about coyote and shapeshifters. And there's a website, I do not know what the hell it's called, but there's a lot of native folklore that you can read and discover, and I've had to go there a couple of times to just read them because I don't know shit about my culture. Because when I was younger, in the 5th grade, when I found out I was part Native, we had Native American culture for 1 week in the beginning of Black History Month. So Miss Conrad was busy that week. So she also set me up for an ass whooping. God rest your soul, Miss Conrad, and I thank you. Because I would have never known that I was part Native had you not called me out in class. And I thank you for that blessing. I don't thank you for the ass whippings that I got from my mom for ripping up every bar of soap, trying to carve a fucking canoe. But I do thank you for letting me know who I am and for igniting the Cherokee fire within. Long story, y'all. Anyway, we didn't have many heroes at all. And we didn't have many representation at all. And when they made Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, a Native American. Now, I don't know if Jason David Frank is Native. I don't know. And if he is, then I need him to hear me. And we need to find a way to help Native TikTok, along with Lance and everyone else. And first, we need to stop the infighting, which will be like the 3rd or 4th video that I make tonight. You know, I had to learn stuff. You know, I literally had to learn stuff. I have my great grandmother's hatchet, not a tomahawk, a hatchet, in my closet. I'll keep it until I die. I put it there after my dad passed. It was the one thing I grabbed, you know, besides my own stuff. And I once had a radio. I don't know what happened to it, but when I got fired from Burger King, I had to go back and get it because you don't leave Cherokee's property behind. Not intentionally. And I don't know if it's because of the Trail of Tears or if it's because of Legends, but I just know that you don't leave Native American stuff behind out of fear. I think, like the one time, my great grandmother, I believe she died when Ghostbusters came out, and I kept saying I wasn't afraid of a ghost. And then I think I left something of hers, and it kept bugging me that I left it. And then I was scared of ghosts that night after singing the song I Ain't Afraid of No Ghost. Shout out to Ray Parker. And oh God, rest my dad's soul. My dad said, Jimmy, ain't no damn ghost in this bed. My dad put up with a lot of shit with me. And this isn't going to be about my dad, but this one little section is. My dad was not a big man, but he wasn't a small man. And I took up all the space in the bed. So here's the 2 excuses I used. First, it was Grandma Ada was in the bed with us, and I didn't want to make her move. Second, it was Jesus that was in the bed with us. But the entire time, my ass was just scared of the dark. That's pretty much the gist of it right there. Then I stopped being afraid of the dark. But I was afraid of the dark until I was about 15 because of the Witch Rider thing. Whole nother video. Back to the Native stuff. I am not a famous Native. Not yet. But the 134 of you, you're going to help me get there. The 1,000 of you and some change on Instagram, you're going to help me get there. The 997 of you on Instagram, you're going to help me get there. And I thank you now. Because it's going to happen really soon. I can just feel it. Now I'm going to say this because it needs to be said. I'm pissed that famous natives have not done what I could do if I was famous. Or what I would do if I was famous. Pipeline 3, I'm an actor. If I'm a famous native actor, my ass would have been there. It's like, no, dude. We're going to do everything we can. I'm not Russell Means, but goddamn it, I'll damn sure try. And yes, shout out to the late Russell Means, because we need leaders like him to step up. Lance, you're doing a good job. Time to take the reins. I know you don't want to be a leader, but you speak well. So therefore, leaders need to be able to be speaking well. People like me don't make good leaders because I'm too damn honest. And that's a problem. I don't know how to speak well while being honest. There are a couple of other guys who are way suited better for this job than me. Way suited better to straighten up native TikTok. Again, we'll dig into native TikTok in like the third video. But for all you famous actors that are native, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I'm not going to shoot out your names. I know who you are because I watch your movies and because I love you. And you do very well representing natives. Now, the native community needs you more than they need me. You have the fame, you have the recognition, and you also have the one thing that I don't have. The ability to go to these places. The ability to be at these places. You're working actors. I'm a struggling one. No one wants a 5'3" native bodyguard or a 5'3" black and native bodyguard. So I just get looked past. No one wants a native bodyguard who's short, 5'3", and does martial arts. I'm not native enough, apparently. But I'm also never going to be black enough. I learned this as a child. And I'm never going to be white enough. I've learned this as a child. Therefore, that's why the name is now Echo Fang Grey Wolf. And there is why we have to build myself out as a native. I hope I touched you on this. This is only part 1B. I'm going to do part 2 now. Thanks for watching. It's Kung Fu Havoc number 2. BC and